Okay, here we are back. Now what I've done is I've taken Amleto and I've made him left-handed. But it'll give you an idea of the kind of footwork I'm talking about. I'm going to put him at full speed here and we'll get him stopped at the foul line. He takes 5 steps. I'm not sure I can coordinate these because of the difference in camera equipment, but we'll give it our try. Alright, now Amleto takes 5 steps, so here comes, no, I'm not going to do it. It's not going to work. Here's his step like yours. And that's the step I want you to learn how to make. So let me coordinate the steps. We'll do this a different way. Okay, undo that. Bring you back. Alright, there's step number 1. Okay. Now, one of the things you'll note here is Amleto has more lean to the left than you do at this point. And the reason I used him is because you're attempting to do what he does. You're not quite like Parker Bone, and I'll put Parker Bone up so you can have a look at him as well. But it is this step that we're talking about. Okay? Watch his step right here. Okay? And your step. Very similar. But see where his ball is right now? It's behind his shoulder. And when his next step here, look at the difference. See where he did that step? Boom. Now he's got the ball right behind his shoulder, and as he comes down the swing with that, he's got all the room in the world to get it by. And as you can see, he's playing way an extreme line with his shot. He's playing third arrow at that point. So that's the step I want you to learn how to get, and get this arm swing so it's there. That's cocked and loaded and ready to have action. So probably the biggest problem you're going to have is moving probably maybe 15 boards over so that you can actually make those steps and still wind up at the foul line at the location you want. And it's going to allow you, when you get to the bottom of the swing, not to have your hand go all the way around to the side of the ball at the release point. You're going to be able to stay behind the ball a lot better, which is a much better roll, much better angle of rotation to be successful. Really control that break point. Alright, so very good. I'll go ahead and let Amleto let this thing fly. Well, that didn't work out real good for Amleto. Results are only 1 frame away. Okay. Thanks, Amleto. You can say goodbye. Now, there are some really good parts of your game that you do, and I think you probably are well aware of the next gentleman I'm going to put up here for you to look at. This shot right here is just fine. I think I like. No, that's the one I want. Okay. Parker Bone. I'll bring you back. You do some things the same as Parker does, by the way. You both take 4 steps. Parker's actually a stroker as compared to a power player like Amleto. So, again, I won't be able to coordinate these because they're 2 different cameras that are shooting this at different speeds. So, first step, you can see his steps right in that path, right in front of his, right on the balance beam, just like you do. Okay. And he really gets it in there. Now, look how tight he has this ball coming down next to his leg. Alright, how's yours? Pretty close, huh? Now, Parker doesn't make a big step to the right He just tries to keep everything in line right here. But see this next step he's going to make? That's what I want you to be able to do, and I want the ball right there. Those two things are going to make a whole different world in your bowling game. When Parker brings this down, see his fingers aren't all the way around the side of the ball as he goes through the ball. So my guess, I'm saying you got to move somewhere more than 10, maybe not more than 15, but you need to experiment with that and work on that. And I think that the hardest thing for you is to try to keep your steps the same, but making your third step directly in front of your second step. So work on that, experiment with it. You need to walk right to left, and then your last step is going to be the one that fills in just like Parker did. Let me show you that footwork again at Parker's. Probably as good. Well, Parker's been such a great champion, and he's been at this a long time, and this is just so clean. Great follow through. Parker's just been such a great bowler for so many years. Pretty much hasn't changed his game over all the years. I mean, he's just managed to bowl in different decades and still be competitive. So I hope this helps you. One of the things that I was going to show you in comparison to Parker is that you have a great line right here. This is just terrific. That is a superly well balanced. The ball's underneath your chin at the bottom of the swing. Pretty close. It could be better. Now it's under after you'd let the ball go. Parker also has that great line. So some things in common with some great bowlers. I wish you the best of luck with it. If you have questions, of course, ask Jason. You can always send me another video on when you're working on it. You're probably going to have to look down at your feet a couple times to make sure that steps 3 and 4 function properly while you're practicing this. But to start out, just pick yourself up, move over 15 boards. You're going to wind up at the foul line at the same location. You're just going to get there with a different route on the way. So good luck with it, and all the best to you.